No impacts, no alerts right now, but we did have quite the storms earlier in the day, and some locations saw several inches of rain. You see the Doppler radar estimations where some areas near Hammond recorded the potential upwards of over 4 inches. And as we look at what was actually recorded in some of the rain gauges, Lacombe came in just over 2.5, Folsom over 2.25, and right around there in Abita Springs. West Bank got over 2 inches in Gretna. Career in Mississippi just over 2, but officially at the airport on Armstrong International, only 700s. It's actually fairly comfy outside right now. 70s, even 74 to Bogalusa to Slidell. Heat alerts into Thursday. This should be lit up with a heat advisory that will go into effect at 11 to 7. That's because we've got at least 112 for the heat index that will go into Thursday, at least I've calculated. It's the potential we have more heat advisories going up Friday into Saturday as well. These temperatures just as high, that heat index really up there. Not until we get to the weekend do we find that those temperatures start to go down closer to that typical 92 for the time of the year is where we're at. Umbrella cast rain chances, if you should have the rain gear the next few days, really over the next 7 days, you should keep these. Looking for likely storms Thursday heading into the weekend, and also storms that are about a little less than a 50-50, but still we should have storms next week. So the core of the heat is kind of broken up into two pieces. One's going west, there's another here east that starts to move in. Oh, look at this. July to August, a front that starts to near. Some areas north of here are going to get a little bit of relief. Now, we've got the chance maybe a little drier air could sneak into the farthest north portions of the North Shore, but overall, not expecting anything to change here in New Orleans, especially South Shore. This forecast has a better handle on scattered storms, looking a bit likely into Thursday. Locally heavy rain, a lot of lightning, gusty wind potential, and of course those temperatures, why we have the impact date and the heat advisory 92, 94, 96, but feels more like 112, 111, maybe 109 at Lakefront. Again, that's the heat advisory, should be lit up. That kicks in at 11 and it goes till 7. Again, everybody would show if I did have that lit up, and it would just not be St. Bernard Parish and the coast who is not in that impact day and not in that heat alert. Now, Friday, we've got more scattered storms to contend with. The same threats will come. Could be just as hot with that heat index that could be 110 to 112, 113. So if we are under heat alerts, then we'll go impact days Friday and Saturday too. It's more isolated storms in coverage from Sunday going to Monday to Tuesday to next week, and those temperatures should go down just a little bit. In the good news category still, as we track the tropics over the next 7 days, nothing Atlantic, Caribbean, or even to the Gulf. But I showed this yesterday, there is this long-range outlook the middle of next week and going to the following week after that. There's this low risk of possible development, 20% chance. Bahamas shown here, Turks and Caicos. In this time of the year, it's where we do have a likelier zone of possible development, some Eastern Caribbean right in through those islands. That is where I expect that possibility of a storm that might form to take. And then way into the third week, there is another chance way out into the Atlantic. So right now, no immediate threats for even Louisiana the long term. WDSU first warning weather 7-day, the impact day, the heat advisory tomorrow. More storms nearly each day through the next 7 days. It's been that kind of summer.